Hi guys, welcome to the review of Rival 310 by Xrig. So, SteelSeries Rival 310. The brand itself has an amazing heritage. Along with Razer, they were one of the pioneers of the entire segment of professional esports gaming gear. So there's a lot of expectations behind the Rival 310, which is their upper mid-range esports mouse. Now this is a simple mouse, two side buttons, two main triggers, a DPI trigger, lightweight. It's not ambidextrous, it's right hand only, and we have quite high expectations because it's a back to basics mouse with just the fundamentals really strong. So let's go over the mouse design. The mouse is it's a right-handed design, so it's not ambidextrous. It's slightly bent towards the left, and a very comfortable and ergonomic grip when you hold it with the right hand. But this obviously means you can't. A left-handed user cannot use it with the left hand. On the right we have very large and quite clicky and tactile side buttons. I would say the positioning is perfect. I hate it when people try to be fancy and spoil the ergonomics. These buttons are nice and big, but don't get easily triggered or touched when you picking it up. We have a large left and right Omron switches. The click and tactile feedback is really nice. The center scroll wheel does not move left and right. It's just up, down and middle click. The notches are quite well pronounced, and I think the CSGO player will love it. Lastly, a complaint I had with the Rival 600 was the DPI trigger was too big and you could hit it accidentally while usage. Here it's quite small and flush and does not naturally come in the way of the fingers. And that's all. We have nothing on the right side, and it's a very light mouse at 90 grams with the cable, I believe, or without, I'm not sure. We have the new TrueMove 3 sensors, which is also seen in the flagship SteelSeries mice. I think these are amazing sensors. They are competitive with the best pixel arts, and there's no smoothing, no acceleration, no interpolation. It's a pure 1:1. It's a perfect sensor. We don't have the extra sensor like the Rival 600, but it's not necessary. The natural lift-off distance of the sensor is quite good. We have a large Teflon feet on top and two smaller ones on bottom. It's a minimum. I think this is the least you can get away with in a mouse, but it results in quite a analog and a very feedback high mouse. I would say this is a great mouse if you want tactile feel. So let's get into some gameplay and see what it's like. Whenever you pick up a mouse and start using it, within the first 5 minutes of gameplay, you can understand if there are any glaring problems with the mouse or it's something you can grow into. Right off the bat, the Rival 310 feels like there's nothing wrong with, there's no glaring issue or problem with it, and you feel like it's a mouse you could grow into because it feels natural in the hand, well balanced. In game, again, I've said this before, the perfect mouse is the mouse you don't think about when you're playing, right? And the 310 with its simple few buttons but very high quality crisp feedback, lightweight and a great feel in the hand, quite frankly just disappears, and it's just you and the mouse in game. The cursor aims exactly where you want it to, be it flick shots or if you're tracking. It's a very comfortable mouse and something that even if you just spend a Saturday and Sunday, say 6-8 hours of solid gameplay, it's a mouse you can very quickly grow into, and it so far feels like a keeper. I'm sorry, I'm just raving and raving about this mouse, but I can't find a bad reason or a bad thing to say about it. Coming to the shape and in-hand feel of the mouse, it's a low mouse, right? Given the design, typically these kind of right-handed curved designs are a little higher, but the hump on the 310 is quite low. There's a lot of space. It's a big mouse, like it's tall, but it's not very wide and it's not very high. So it's a unique shape and it's unique. I quite like it because it gives you the benefits of a comfortable large mouse without digging into your hands and still allowing you to fingertip grip it or claw grip it, right? So it's comfortable for palm grips, but generally good palm grip mice are not that good at a claw fingertip. But this being a low slung long mouse, which is also lightweight at 90 grams, is very adaptable shape. And I have big hands for reference, and it's extremely comfortable for me. I mean, there's a few mice which I use and I instantly know I can go home with, and most of the Zowies, G403, and personally the Rival 600. And I would add the 310 a notch above the 600 because of the lack of extra buttons, the tactility and the big size and chunkiness of the existing buttons, and the lightweight. This mouse has an excellent shape and feel, and but you guys should always keep in mind mouse shape is a very personal thing, and whether or not it works for you, before you pull the trigger, you should either borrow someone's or go to a store and try one in the hand. But personally, if you ask me, in my opinions, it's an excellent shape which should be fitting to most people except people with very small hands. So, final thoughts and verdict on the Rival 310. If you haven't guessed throughout this video, I really like this mouse. The in-hand shape, nailing the basics like a button feel, size and shape of the buttons, the grip, and of course a flawless sensor and a great software in form of the SteelSeries engine. This mouse really doesn't have any flaws. The only ones I can think of is for people who are looking for multiple buttons on the side of their mouse, say people playing MMOs, or some people who play MOBAs prefer a lot of buttons. So they'll be disappointed with this mouse because it only has 2 extra buttons along with the DPI switch. That being said, if that's the market you're into, this is not the mouse you should be looking at to start with. This is out and out an FPS player's mouse, or personally for me, 2 extra buttons are all I need for any game I play, because I prefer to use keyboard shortcuts and macros. But if you're looking for multiple mouse buttons, this is not the one for you. However, if you're looking for a simple lightweight mouse with a great feel in the hand, top-notch Japanese Omron buttons, one of the best sensors in the market, as long as the grip works for you, I can't see a flaw with this mouse. However, the only thing we need to note is price. This mouse is expensive in India. I would not call this a mid-range mouse. For most Indians, this is on the upper end. It's not the ultimate bleeding edge flagship, but at 4,600 right now, it's an expensive mouse, right? And you have to consider whether you want any additional features. Do you want wireless? Do you want adjustable weights? Do you want more buttons? If those are features you're looking for, the 310 will not be able to satisfy you. But if you're just looking for an amazing, solid mouse which nails the basics, and can be something I can see myself, or someone growing into this mouse and using it for 2-3 years, making it their primary mouse, it deserves serious thought as your flagship and your primary mouse, if a simple and basics mouse is what you're looking for. So guys, hope you liked the review. Please leave your feedback. If you have any questions about the mouse, we'll get back to you on that. And thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for the Rival 100 review, and we're gonna do a giveaway of the Rival 100, 2 of those actually. So stay tuned for that review. Thank you for joining us. See you in the next one, and shout out to SteelSeries. Thanks for giving us the mouse. Thank you, Acro, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.